Hello everybody, welcome to my live. Happy Tuesday. Here we are again. My name is Rodrick. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it very much. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to make some fun projects, so I'm excited about that. I also have a few things to show you, so that's also going to be fun. Let me see if I can get myself to come up here. Okay, that's good. All right. How's everybody doing? Excuse me. Normally I come on and, I say it's a beautiful sunny evening here in San Antonio, but hi, Kelly. There are some storms in the area, but I think they're kind of going around us, just diverting around us. They sometimes do that here in San Antonio, so can't complain about that. We've had some rain lately, so that's been good. We're feeling a little droughty lately. All right, so let's get started with everything. The first thing I want to do is talk about our share contest that we have weekly. All you have to do is either share or comment. Actually, either one is fine. And then I enter your name into a drawing. So this week I am giving away these these are blooming pearls, and look how pretty they are. I love the colors. Very, very pretty embellishment. And this week's winner is Kelly Frank. So Kelly, congratulations. I'm going to put this in the mail for you. Thanks for commenting. Thank you to everybody who comments. I appreciate it. It makes it fun when I share this time with everyone. So this next week, what I'm going to give away is this Faceted Gems Trio Pack. And these are really, really pretty colors. I think they're especially fun summer colors. So we'll give those away next week. Again, all you have to do is either comment or share in Facebook Business, or YouTube. Okay, let's turn the camera around and get started on some fun projects. All right. Whoa, sorry, the camera. Okay, looks good. Let me scooch my chair up a little bit. Okay, I just want to remind everyone about the extra 10% off. This is through the end of June. It's Stampin' Die bundles and also 10% off the die cutting machines. So don't forget about that. That's a really great deal. I also wanted to share with everyone that the online exclusives are coming. So demos have already been able to order these, and I can't remember, does it say the date when customers can order? It's sometime at the beginning of July, maybe July 3rd. I don't see the date on here, but anyway, a lot of fun things. These are the flyers for it, and I have some actual products to show you that I got in. So some Christmas, some fall, some nice word sentiments. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Look at this fun Halloween things. Little fall leaves. So let me show you a couple of products that I got. Hi Jolene, hi Renee. Really fun. Here's some Halloween potions and spells. I'm not going to open up the dies right now, but there's dies that go with this one. I think this one's going to be super fun. Look at these cute little bubbles with the little stars coming out. Really pretty. The little books. Golden greenery. Now this is part of a suite, so there's a bunch of things. There's paper, there's vellum, there's the dies, there's the stamp set. This one, iconic imagery, kind of has a little of everything. It's got fall leaves, snowflakes, Christmas trees. I think this is going to be a great one. I've seen some pretty little projects with that already. This is a great sentiment set, Greetings of the Season. That's a must-have. And this comes with some really dies. I will open these dies up so we can take a look at them. I just got my stuff, was it 2 days ago? I'm not sure. But I haven't had a chance to play with it because, I've been busy doing the stuff that I'm doing. But I can't wait to start playing with everything. Isn't this a nice set of dies? Perfect for all these sentiments. Goes with the sentiments. I think this is a great set. So there's that. Scenic Pumpkin Patch. That's going to be amazing, right, for fall. This one is super fun. filled with cheer. Look at this cute little melty snowman, the little wagon. Now, from what I understand, this is just a stamp set, and it's pretty inexpensive. I think it's like 20 bucks. But it coordinates with another set that we have. And I didn't get that set, but I ordered it this morning because I was like, now I have to have that other set that goes with it. I can't think of the name of it, but it does coordinate. Sled dies. Look at these. Sophisticated sled. I love, love, love this one. And this has dies and stamps with it. Beautiful wreath. That's going to be fun to play with. And then this one, changing leaves. These are our fall leaves. I feel like there's fall leaves every year. They put them out. And then this one comes with a hybrid embossing folder and the dies. So that's going to be fun to be able to cut those out and emboss them at the same time. Here's some of the paper. Oh, where's my big paper? Hold on a second. Let me open this up really quick. Hi, Lisa. I just want to show you these papers. So this kind of coordinates, I think, with the icon ones. And this is 6x6 pack. And let's just take a look at some of these patterns because they're kind of all occasion. Look at everything you can do with these. Look at this pretty plaid, little pumpkins, snowflakes. This is a great little paper pack. And I love, look at the little fireworks, candles. So you could do birthday. This is like everything. One of my favorite colors with fall leaves. So I think this is a great, look at the Christmas plaid. This is a great little paper pack. New Year's, Valentine's Day, it's got it all. This is going to be a great pack to play with. Some embellishments. These are really pretty. I don't know if you can see this up close, but Pecan Pie and Clear ribboned adhesive back dots. So they've got these like little ribbons inside the dots. I don't know if you can see them, but really, really pretty, these new dots. And then these are Cherry Cobbler and Pearl adhesive backed berries. So that's perfect for your wreaths and everything else Christmas, right? I got a couple. We've got an ivory. Ivory's not the right color. Very vanilla ribbon. This looks really soft and pretty. And then this is like a white frayed ribbon. So some nice, beautiful ribbons. And then hold on one more second. I'm just going to go halfway across the room and see if I have just a couple more papers to show you. Look at this gorgeous gold foiled paper. This is so pretty. And then this is like, is this the vellum? Gold mercury vellum. This is going to be fun. I'm starting to feel a little bit festive in the 100-degree heat. Yes. Okay. Anyway, just a quick little sneak peek preview of some of the stuff that is coming, which is great. So tonight's projects, I'm kind of using an older set. So this is in the online exclusives. And so I made this card for my cousin because she was having a birthday this past week. And she does these fancy coffees. And then when I had all my stuff out, I was like, well, I might as well make this a class. I never got to do this one as a class because I felt like something was always unorderable, whether it was the dots or the paper or whatever. And I thought online exclusives is a good way to go this week because a lot of the sets are selling out for that 10% sale. So I don't like to do a set that you can't get. And I thought, I'm not sure what's going to sell out. So let's do something that's already been around. So I don't know. Have you guys made a lot of cards with this set yet? All right. So we're going to do this one. Hoping you have the best day ever. Happy birthday. We're going to do this one right here. Hello there. Let's catch up. Do you guys like coffee? I don't drink coffee. I don't even like the smell of coffee. But I love this set. Go figure. All right. Thanks so much. You're the best part of my day. And then lastly, we're going to make this just this cute little treat gift holder that's got a couple of these Maud's Insta creamy salted caramel instant coffee. So a couple of packs of those in there. So I think that's a cute little gift to give to somebody too, right? So those are our projects for tonight. All right. Here is the Latte Love stamp set. I just love it. It's just so fun. Who doesn't love a nice swirly stamp, right, for your coffee? Look at this little little coffee splatter. Really cute. Okay, and so I feel like the sentiments are a little bit limited in this set. Hello there, let's catch up. Thanks so much. This one's on me and you're the best part of my day. There's no thank you except for the thanks so much. There's no happy birthday. So we're gonna steal something from another set for happy birthday. Here are the dies that go with. And like this one we're gonna use to cut out from the designer series paper. We're gonna use a lot of these dies tonight in this card class. Okay, so on the first card, as you can see, I didn't use sentiment from the set. I used Hoping You Have the Best Day Ever, and that is from our Country Birdhouse set. And I also wanted to take sentiments from a set that we've already used, because hopefully you probably have it, and this is a pretty popular one. So, and there's the Happy Birthday. So I used the sentiments from this stamp set for this first card. Lisa, me too. I am a tea girl. I have a cup of mango tea, Maui mango tea every morning before I go to work, and it's my favorite. I love tea. And hot chocolate's pretty good too. All right. Here are the pieces for our first class. And as I was, pulling the designer series paper and stuff, all these colors that coordinate are some of my favorite colors. So I thought, I just love this color palette. So this is going to be fun class. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with our basic card base, 8.5, 5.5 square to 4 1/4. This is Lost Lagoon cardstock, okay? Then this is Calypso Coral, 5 1/4 by 4. That is going to be our layer that's going to go right here, okay? On the inside, instead of basic white, I was kind of feeling, I don't know, coffee, a little bit beigey, so I have the basic beige, 5 1/4 by 4. That's going to go right in here. And so let me put that aside. So there's not a whole lot of stamping on this card. All we're going to do is stamp the sentiments on the inside, right? So we've got some DSP, and I've got a couple different pieces of the designer series paper. And if you guys remember, let me just show you a little bit of this paper. Mine is all chopped up. Let me see if I can find some of it that's not chopped up. Here's another packet I haven't destroyed yet, right? So you have these little coffee cups from the top where you can see, is this latte? See, I don't know anything about coffee because I don't drink coffee. So, okay, Renee says she drinks peach mango tea or peach tea a lot. That sounds so good. I'm addicted to my mango tea. All right, so here's some of the patterns in this paper, and this is called A Little Latte DSP. Cute little coffee splatters. I wanted to use this one, but I didn't end up using it. Really pretty. Another swirly one. Love this right here. And is there one more? Yes, this one. And I like both these sides, so I had to use this sparingly because I wanted to use both sides of this paper. Okay, so that's the DSP. Okay, so we want to start by putting these pieces down on our Calypso Coral because we kind of want to make the front layers of our card base. And so let me give you the dimensions for this. So this is 3 3/4 by 3, and this is 3 3/4 by 2. All right, so we can just go ahead and put that down. We're going to leave kind of an even border. Okay, and we're going to put the swirly part at the bottom and kind of butt it up right against that one right here. Okay, now I don't like when the lines hit like that, so I wanted to use a little bit of the ribbon, and I used this polka dot ribbon. This polka dot ribbon, unless you cut it, this polka dot trim, it's pretty coarse ribbon. So I have a hard time like tying any kind of bow or knot with it or anything. I guess you could tie a knot easier, but it's pretty stiff. I mean, you could cut it this way and make it skinnier, so that'd be easier to tie. All I did was just take a piece and I'm just gonna wrap it around. All right, so let me find a pair of scissors. And let me put this aside. I think that's the only time I'm using that tonight. Okay, so I'm actually going to go across and just put some seal right on the ribbon. to kind of hold it down. And then I'm going to put some on the back to kind of seal it on the back. Now, let's see if I can do this without getting adhesive all over everything. And we'll just make that as kind of our border in between the two layers of DSP. So that's good. We're just going to adhere it in the back like this. Okay, now we can go ahead and put this down on the front of our card. Excuse me. All right, you can see my ribbon starting to fray just a little bit. I've got glue all over myself. So I'm just going to cut off a couple of these little stragglers to get them out of the way. Not that it doesn't look okay like that, because it's fine, but... Okay, there we go. So now we have something to build on here. Okay, so I also have a couple pieces. I have a scrap of Lost Lagoon, which looks to be about 2 by 2. And I think it's, is it 2.5 by 2.5? 2.5 by 2.5, both these pieces. Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon. And we're going to stamp the coffee cups on there. So we'll start with Calypso Coral on Calypso Coral. We're going to take our coffee cup. And we're just going to stamp it on there. I'm going to clean my stamp. And then we'll do it in Lost Lagoon on Lost Lagoon. Okay, then we're going to go to the dies, and we're just going to die cut these out. And of course there's a die for everything, so you can see how this will just line up right here like that. Run it through your die cutting machine, and then we'll get our pieces out for this. So we've got that and we've got that. Super easy, right? Okay, so what other pieces do we need? So I cut this out of the DSP, and there's also a die for this one, which I think I showed already. This is this one right here, and it's not a perfect circle. You can see how it's kind of irregularly shaped, and we're just going to put that through the die cutting machine and cut both of those pieces out. So I have those pieces right here. All right, what else do we need? I've got this for stamping our sentiment. And this is a piece of basic beige, and that is 4 inches by 7/8 of an inch. I know it's a weird size, but I wanted the sentiment to fit on there really nice. I have another piece of this designer series paper, the little coffee splatters, and this one is 4 inches by 1 inch, and that's going to go on the inside. Okay, and then the last little piece I have is this one right here. This is just like a little 1.5 by 1.5 of pecan pie. And I'm going to take the stamp, this one right here, and it's like a swirl stamp for the inside of the cups. And I'm going to stamp it in early espresso on top of the pecan pie. So I'm just going to stamp it twice, because we have the 2 coffee cups. And then there's a little die for that as well. This one right here. And look at this up close. Isn't that pretty, the little swirls? All right, let's see if I have 2 of these. So this is a die cut. And let me see. It's too early to have already lost a piece, right? Did I already lose a piece? I try to usually cut extras just in case I lose a piece. I do not see that. So the other alternative that you can do if you don't like the swirl, although what's not to love about this swirl, is you can just use the die and just cut out. I have 2 of them that I just cut out from Early Espresso cardstock. So you can do that too and just have the dark color like that. So since I lost one of these die cuts, let's just use 2 of those. Then we can see which one we like better anyway. Okay, so let's stamp the Sentiment and Early Espresso, and that again is from the Birdhouses, the Country Birdhouse stamp set. Hoping you have the best day ever. This is one of my favorite stamp sentiments. I love it. It's just pretty, and I like the sentiment. Okay, and then while I have that out, hi Lois. Oh wait, Lisa, you're a tea snob. Oh, English tea, interesting. My mom got us hooked on tea when we were very, very young. Got us drinking tea. And we had, she would, when we would come home from school, she would make us tea, and she would make us marshmallow crackers. And this is kind of comical, don't judge us on this. But it's just saltine crackers, and she'd put like a half, she'd cut marshmallow in half and put it on top of the saltine crackers and put it in the oven. Sweet and salty, delicious. One of my favorite snacks. I haven't had it in years, but so good and so easy. And so we would have that after school sometime. And in Chicago, sometimes after school, you know, it was that cold, snowy weather. So here's the happy birthday. We're just going to stamp on the inside of the cardstock. So yeah, she got us hooked on tea early, and I've always loved tea. And our special little snack. Okay. All right, I think the stamping's done for this card. So let's start putting it together. I always like to do the inside first. Is that kind of backwards? Kelly, you love coffee. Any special kind of coffee that you like, Kelly? Or do you just like plain coffee? I think my happy birthday is just a little bit crooked. Let's pretend we don't notice. Okay, we're going to just put this down here. And then we're going to just put one of these little cup tops on here with just a little bit of seal. And that's what we're going to do for the inside. Cute, right? All right, on the outside, I'm going to get some glue, and I'm just going to put this little coffee in our cups. Or we could say hot chocolate if we want to. Or we could have done a lighter color and made it tea, right? Hold on. All right, let's see if I can get my glue started here. I think it's about time for a new glue. I gotta get one out. Actually, I have one out, but I'm too lazy to start it. Okay, so that's going to go right about here. We'll do the other one. Oh, okay. Kelly says it has to have a flavor creamer. Lois, love black coffee and cold unsweetened tea of any kind. Yes, iced tea is good too. Okay, so let's get out some dimensionals and start popping things up. Let me get out. Got a little bit of a dimensional mess going over there because usually I like to use my edges right away, and I've got about 3 sheets that have edges now. I really need to use them up. Okay, so let's put this one about right here. Maybe a little bit over. This one, we'll put a couple dimensionals on this side and some seal on the other side. And angle that one here. And then we'll put our other one here. I don't know what happened here. I chopped it up a little bit. I can just see if I can even that out a little bit so it's not so noticeable. Okay, so that's going to go right here. So let me put a couple dimensionals like right here. And then a little bit of seal too towards the top. Okay, let's flag the edges of here. And I'm still using my punch to do that because I'm not good at this part, but I'm gonna try it. Practice makes perfect, right? See, that is super uneven, but okay. Dimensionals on that. This is going to go across the top here. And then let's get out some of those swirled dots that are so pretty. And I thought for this one I would just use the light colored ones. Have you guys seen these? I'm sure you guys probably have these already, but look at how pretty those are with the little swirls. Very, very pretty. I'm so excited I finally get to use all these things that I've had for such a long time, just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. Sometimes I'm gonna do a class and then, you know, stuff sells out and then I'm like, okay, that's gotta go on hold for a while. All right. Okay, there we go. Card number 1. Happy birthday. I don't know. I think, what do you think? Better with the swirls, right? That's a little bit better, although this one's crooked, but, or do we like it plain? Either way, I think that's a fun card. I love the colors of this. Okay, you guys, that's card number 1. This one we're going to do next. And I thought this one was fun because, okay, again, I don't do coffee. So is this like a coffee press? I feel like it is. Or I can pretend it's like my hot chocolate machine. I have a little hot chocolate machine that's very old, but it does the perfect, it makes perfect hot chocolate because you just put it to, I mean, it's easy. Obviously, you're just putting hot chocolate mix and water, but then it stirs it and makes it the perfect temperature and shuts off when it's the perfect temperature. So it's an oldie but goodie, but I love it. We're also going to use the Spotlight on Nature dies, okay? And we're going to use this one right here for the background right here. Okay, so we're going to use that for this. And then for the sentiment right here, I'm just using the Deckled Rectangle dies, and these are online only exclusives. And we're going to do the sentiment with that. All right. All right, let me get out the pieces. Okay, a lot of pieces on this one. Same card base, Lost Lagoon, 8.5, 5.5 square to 4 1/4. This one we're not doing anything fancy on the inside, so this is just 5 1/4 by 4 basic white, and I have a piece of this DSP, which is 4 by 3/4. So let's just put this all together. Okay, this is a little bit short, so we're just going to center it. Hold on. See how much room I have on the sides. Not very much. Okay, just like that, and that looks fine. Okay, that's it for the inside. You could put whatever you want on the inside. All right, layers on the outside. Now we're going to do our first 2 layers first before the card base because we're going to tie ribbon again. So I have 5 1/4 by 4 of basic white cardstock, and then I have the little Latte DSP. This is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So we're going to have a nice skinny border there. Okay. Try and get this skinny border lined up. I think that'll do. Okay, we're going to tie some ribbon next. And this time I'm using back to that petal pink and white diagonal trim. Very pretty, very skinny. So we're just going to tie some around the card right here. Kind of towards the bottom. Let's see. I want to kind of off pretty far to the side. I was just thinking too, my nails are so long, I need to get them done tomorrow, and I forgot to make an appointment, so I must remember to do that. Okay. Trim it up a little. Okay, so I know we've got our card base, so we can put this down. I'm putting kind of a lot of adhesive because I have the ribbon. I want to make sure it gets stuck where it's supposed to. Okay, there's our card base. Now we're going to build on our circle, and this was basic white. And it looks like I didn't get all the little pieces out, so I'm just going to go around and poke the rest of these little pieces out. And that's it. And we've got our circle to build on. Okay. I don't like little stickies. Okay, so now we've got a piece of silver cardstock. So we're going to do two things with this. One, we're going to stamp on it, and this piece of silver foil is 4 inches by 3 inches. The other thing we're going to do with it is take this die right here, and we're going to die cut a piece. So we're going to die cut right here, and then we have room right here to stamp our spoon. So we're going to stamp that. I'm going to use Stays-On because of the way it dries on there. And the problem with doing this silver foil stamp, and I'm sure you guys have experienced this, is that it's slippery. So you're trying to stamp the spoon, and you're trying to stamp the spoon, and it's slippery slidey. So let's see if we can do it with one try. Okay, not bad. I missed a little bit down here, so let's try one more time. Feels very slippery. Okay, that one's better. It's a little bit thicker, but that one's better. Okay, so then take your die cuts and die cut those pieces out. And so we've got a spoon already die cut out, and then we have our little piece right here. That spoon looks a little dark. I think I'm going to switch it out. Okay, did a couple. All right, so that's what we're doing with the silver. Okay, next I've got some more pieces. I've got a lot more pieces. Okay, so I have this piece right here, which is from the deckled rectangles. We're just going to stamp our hello there. I've got this piece right here. So this is a piece of the DSP, and there's dies for this. You can see there's 2 of this one and 3 of this one, which is great because you can cut out a lot. So we're just cutting out these little coffee beans out of the DSP. So I'm going to put some of these aside. I've got a couple of bunches and a couple of singles. So plenty of coffee beans there, ready to go. Okay, we've got this piece of early espresso. We're going to use this die right here, and this is going to be the inside coffee for our little pot right here. Okay, so that's going to go there. Let me get this die out of the way. And then we've got a little piece of window sheet, and I think this is 1.5 by 1. I'm sorry, it's 2 1/4 by, I wasn't even close. 2 1/4 by 1 1/4. All right, and that's going to go behind because it's going to be a little, it's going to look like glass, right? As it should, I think. And then we're going to cut out a couple of coffee cups. So what I did, I've got Lost Lagoon, I've got Calypso Coral, and then I took a couple pieces of the Subtles DSP, and that is also in the Lost Lagoon and Calypso Coral. Okay, so we kind of want to fashion our little cups out of that. Okay, So there's two little cup dies, and you can see they're opposite. The handles are on the opposite side. It doesn't matter which way you do them, but you're going to cut them out like this. But the important thing is, after you do the colors, you want to do the same ones on the DSP because they're going to go together. Okay, so I've got those cut out. So I've got this and this, and we're going to put those together. We're going to cut them up a little bit and put those together. So we have our two little coffee cups made of that. And then the last thing we need, and going back to that little piece, you should be able to get this piece right here. And then there's another die, which is very small. Let me show it to you. To do the coffee for the little coffee cups. See this one right here? It cuts out two at once. So you should be able to get that on there too with your piece of early espresso. And so I've got a couple pieces. That is going to be for our coffee cups. Okay? So let's stamp the sentiment, and then we'll just start putting everything together, and that'll be easy. So on this one, we're going to do hello there, let's catch up, early espresso again. Oh, hold on, I have my water out. Let me get rid of it. I meant to get a drink and got distracted. Okay. There's that. Okay, so let's start. So what I did with this, let's put our little coffee press together. And do you guys know, are you coffee drinkers? Do you know if this is really a coffee press? Is that what that's called? So I've got this piece of window sheet, and I'm going to put it behind here. And it fits pretty well, except you can see the bottom, and it's going to be tricky to cut. So what I did was I took the die that we die cut this out of, or you could probably just use the piece, and I just lined it up on here. And I'm just going to take a pen or a marker, you know, whatever you have, and I'm just going to mark the curve right here. That did not work. Do I have, oh, you know what? Let me use my Stampin' Up marker. Let me put this on here again, because I want the curve to be right. Now we can see it. So you can see that right there. And I'm just going to cut along the curve. Hold on, I've got a little bit of a glare here. So it ends up being at the right angle. Okay, so we've got that ready to go. Now I'm just going to add some liquid glue. And it's going to be, we're going to want some on these two pieces right here. And this is tricky because I'm pretty good at messing this up and getting glue on everything. But I want to do it right here, just a little bit of glue, some right here along the curve, some here, and then the rest right up here, okay? Now let's see if we can get that put on here without making a mess. I'm going to put the curve on the curve, and I want it to line up right about here. Okay, you can kind of see how that's lined up. I do have a little bit of glue right there. I'm going to take a baby wipe and see if I can wipe some of that off. I think it's on the other side. Silly me. Get it off while it's still wet. Okay, we'll let that dry for a minute. The other thing we're going to do then is take our early espresso, and how did I attach that? So I think all I did was add a little bit down here. And just glued that right there. Okay, let's let that dry. Let's work on our coffee cups next. Our spoon, everything else is ready to go. So all I did with this is you can see where it's like perforated already. And so I'm just basically cutting the corners on this side, just so that this will have a little bit of a pattern on it. Now, if you want to keep the handle like that, you can. Up to you. I cut the handles off, so personal choice, whatever you want to do. So we've got that one, and then I'm going to do the same for this one in the Lost Lagoon. And I'm going to take the handles off, and then I'm just going to get a little bit of glue. And then we've got our fancy coffee cups. Get my scraps out of here. Again, here we are with little pieces, right? We love our little pieces because they're cute. You could use any pattern you want. This side's cute too, right? You could, those would make for cute coffee cups. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I feel like my one corner needs to come up a little if we're going to be really picky about it. Okay. Okay, next we want to take our little pieces of the coffee, and I am going to use my tweezers for this because they're very little, and put them inside our coffee cup. Aren't they cute? Our cute little dollhouse cups of coffee. That is not at all straight. Okay, there's our cups of coffee. All right, let's start assembling. So I'm going to take a couple dimensionals to put this coffee press on. So I'm just going to put one right here in the middle, and I think a big one is going to fit right here. Whoa. All right, and we'll just put this part right here on the side. Love it. We're going to pop this little guy up too, and we'll use mini dimensional for the spoon. And I think I wanted to put, will this one fit? I might have to cut it in half. All right. So that can go along here, just like that. All right, let's pop up our coffee cups. Hold on, I have to change positions. I'm sitting on both my legs. I need to sit normally. And we'll just put these here. Uh-oh, there it is. Almost got away. Like that. Okay, now we can just start filling in with the coffee beans. I'm going to take, let's use some of those edges I was talking about so we can go above the ribbon, kind of above and below. So let me get some edges out. All right, Kelly, thanks for confirming that that is a coffee press. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's just put some glue where we want some of the little coffee beans. 1, 2, 3. And the bigger ones, the grouped ones, I did use a little mini dimensional on. So let's use a couple of those. Come on. Stay on. Okay, so I think we had one down here, one right here, and then we'll just put these individual ones. I cut out a bunch of the coffee beans because as long as I was sending stuff through the die cutting machine, I was like, I might as well do some of these every time too. Okay, now because we did our little coffee beans, I didn't even put an embellishment or anything like that. I thought the coffee beans would be our embellishment. Excuse me. So, okay, not too bad, right? Card number 2, all finished. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this one is a little bit of a fun fold, and there's several different ways you can do this fun fold card. All I did was I took the little card and put it on the card back. You could also cut it like right about here and just have this part glued to the back, and then just put your white layer over it right here, right? And then, you know, I don't know how else you could do it, but I feel like there's, oh, the other way you could do it is to have the whole thing, one sheet, and then cut it. This stays open and you glue these pieces down. So there's several different ways you can do this fun fold, but this is kind of the way I did it because I thought it was easy for myself to do. So again, you can see that we're using those circle dies. So we got a couple of those. We're using this time this one right here with like the little fleur-de-lis or little flowery petally things, and then we're using one of these right here, and that is pecan pie. Using these all the time. Just love, love, love these dies. I think those are unavailable right now, those dies. The other thing is our Stylish Shapes dies for this little banner. We're going to use that. All right, here are the pieces for this one. Again, a lot of pieces. This was a lot of die cutting and cutting pieces, but worth it, right? Okay, so this one we're just starting with one sheet. This is 5 1/4 by 4. This is Calypso Coral, and that's going to be the base of our card. Then I have another piece for the little card that we're going to put on, and this piece right here, also Calypso Coral, is 8 1/2 by 3. So just cut across a 3, and then this is scored right here at 4 1/4. Okay, so that is going to go right here. But wait. It should be 8. Did I put 8 1/2? Hold on, let me look. Yep, hold on. Where's my pen? Ugh. I cut a lot of those wrong. I have to go back and fix them. Let's take that 1/2 inch off because that is not good. Okay. I wonder if all my other measurements are going to be off then. I don't know. We'll see. This one? Why, yes, it is. This is 3 3/4. This piece 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. This is going to go on the inside of this card right here. We'll see how everything else goes as we go along. Okay. So, I think there's no reason not to put this down right away. And I kind of want to make sure that it's centered going across. As a matter of fact, let me take a look at let me line it up with my grid. That's the whole point of having the grid, right? So we can line it up and make it even. Okay, that should be even. All right, so we've got that. On the inside, we're just going to do the white and we're going to stamp on it, so I'm not going to put it in yet, and then add a couple little embellishments there. So I'm just going to put this side aside for now until we do our stamping. Okay, so some of the other pieces, we've got the side pieces. And so I've got Lost Lagoon. And so these pieces are 4 by 1 1/8. So there's 2 of those. And which also, wait, hold on. Maybe you know what it was? My card base is incorrect. This piece is the one that's incorrect. Okay. hold on, please. I'm getting another piece of Calypso Coral. That's all it takes is one wrong measurement to throw everything off, right? Okay, so this piece is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So let's go 5.5 by 4 1/4. All right, then the other piece is 8.5 by 3. I have to recut my white piece again. All right, and score it at 4 1/4. There we go. Now we're back in business, and we'll have to recut the white piece. But in the meantime, let me make sure everything, yep, okay. Sorry about that. All it takes is one wrong measurement, and it's all messed up. Okay, now it's a little bit bigger of a card too, isn't it? Okay, now this is going to make sense. Going back to this. So these Lost Lagoon pieces are, hold on, 4 by 1 1/8. All right, so those are going to fit right there, just like that. Then these pieces right here, we have the DSP, and this is the plaid, and this is 3 7/8 by 1 inch. Okay, so those are going to go like that. So let's get those glued down. Good. This is just a little bit, whoa, I cannot center tonight either. All right, and I feel like this is just a little bit off. So let me just move it over just a tad. This time I didn't line it up. Okay, everything's making sense now. Finally. Okay, now for the inside, we're kind of doing the same pattern with the same thing. So we're going to use Lost Lagoon and some of the DSP right here. Okay, so this piece is going to go right here with this piece on top of it. Okay, so that's going to end up being our total card base. We don't have to worry about putting down any ribbon or anything like that. Tying around, we can just go ahead and glue everything down. So let me get you the measurements for this. The correct measurements. So this piece of Lost Lagoon is 4 by 2 3/4, and then this DSP is 3 7/8 by 2 5/8. All right, and we'll line this up right here. Okay, good. Now we can start building on that. So we can just take our circle and go ahead and put that down right away. And I'm going to put it a little bit higher towards the top and just center it. It's going to come off the sides a little bit, which is fine. I intended it that way. All right, and then our pecan pie that we cut out is going to be our inner circle. I wanted to have that pecan pie background because these pieces right here that are cut from the DSP kind of have that same color background, so that's the kind of the edge that they're going to have around. So we're going to cut these. There are no die cuts for these little cups in the DSP. So we have to fussy cut these. And I'm just going to go around and leave a little bit of an edge. And then we're going to put those down. I think this one's a really strange looking cup. Curvy at the bottom, so there's one piece. Some of these are a little bit close to the edge, but that's fine. And they're very, you can see they're kind of rough and uneven in the actual printing. So that's all good. Okay, we've got that one, and we need one more. I'm just laughing at your comments. All right, see, these are nice and easy to cut. They only take a minute to cut these out. Okay, then we can go ahead and put those down. So I'm gonna start with the yellow one, the Lemon Lolly. One of these days I'm gonna learn that I have to use my seal on a flat surface in order for it to work. So we're gonna start that one right about here. Then we'll start popping things up. So this one's just gonna get popped up here. And that one will be right about here. This one, let's get a couple dimensionals here and here, and then add a little bit of seal over here. Now we've got our 3 coffee cups here. All right, our sentiment is from the Stylish Shapes dies. This is Calypso Coral. We're going to take the Early Espresso and do thanks so much. I'm going to move it down because I really have to see this one to try and get it straight. Okay, I'm going to leave this open, living on the edge, because we're going to use it again in a minute. And so this just right across here, like that. Okay, now on the inside, we said that we were going to do the white, which I now have to recut because I cut it wrong. Let me see if I have a good scrap in my drawer. Let's see. This one might work. Okay, so what is the dimension supposed to be? That'll definitely work. It's big enough, I believe. So we decided that this should have been 4 by 2 3/4. So we've got 4 by 2 3/4. All right, so that's gonna go here, right in the center like that. And we're gonna stamp "You're the best part of my day" near the top of that. Let me find that's right here. Uh-oh, see that? That's no good. We don't want that. Let's flip it over this way. Get that off with a little baby wipe and try not to stamp so hard this time. Okay, take 2. I feel like these ones confuse me while I'm trying to stamp it because, you know, you've got different fonts in there and trying to make sure it's straight is hard for me. Okay, now we have a little bitty piece of Lost Lagoon cardstock, and this is 2 3/4 by 3/4, and it's just plain. And we're just going to add a little bit of seal and just put it along the bottom right here. Okay, we've got another piece of this, so die cut a couple more pieces of that. Let me start pulling some of my other pieces out. So we're going to do one of these and just a single one like that. Then I did another coffee cup. So the same way I used Calypso Coral, just like we did before. I die cut, and you get these pieces, if you get the card kit this week, all these pieces are coming like this, so you can just do your die cutting right away. So in this piece, this is the coffee cup we're doing for this one, okay? Just like the other one. So I'm just gonna do the same thing and make this one a cute little coffee cup. And I'm gonna again cut off the handle and we'll glue that on. And then we need another little piece of coffee. Let's see. I have one right here. So that one's a cute little coffee cup. Okay. We're not going to pop it up because it's on the inside, so we're just going to add a little bit of glue, put that right there, and then we'll just add our little coffee beans. So that, hold on, I'm looking, it looks like I'm frozen. Okay, let me just check. I think I can still see comments. Okay, that's it. That's going to be the inside. Then all we have left to do is embellish. So this is going to go right in the middle. I can take a little sand eraser and just get that teeny tiny little piece off of there at the top. I'll do that later. Okay, I feel like I need just a touch of glue in the corner here. It doesn't want to be sitting properly. I'm going to hold that for a minute and then close up my ink pad. Okay, so to embellish this one, I thought it'd be fun because there's not much room for ribbon to use some of this twine. So this is the Baker's Twine 3-color pack, and we've got the Lemon Lolly. So we're just gonna tie a double bow with that. So let me make sure I have enough cut off here. All right. We don't want it too terribly big, but I think it's pretty. The colors match perfectly, of course. Stampin' Up, everything matches, right? And we'll take a glue dot to put that on. All right, hopefully you guys are still there. Hold on, I'm gonna try closing my Facebook on my iPad and reopening it real quick and see if that helps. Okay, it's back, but it's not in the right place. Actually, it is in the right place now. Okay, let's put the bow on. And we'll just put that right here. And then we're gonna use some more of those dots. And this time I used these darker ones at the top. So I'm just gonna put 3 of them. 2 there and 1 down here, just to kind of tie all the colors together. Okay, all right, aside from the goofy measurements, sorry about that, we finally did it and it came out just fine, right? So there we go. That is card number 3, all set. All right, you guys, let's do our last project. Okay, so this one I thought would be fun. If you like coffee, it sounds like it's a good thing. I got these on Amazon. I think I got them on Amazon. I got them a little while ago. So Dreamy Creamy Salted Caramel Instant Coffee, little packets. I thought those were fun. So we're gonna use that. Let me get out. The other thing I added was just this cute little banner. And that is from the Nested Essentials dies. This one right here, second from the smallest. All right. And this is a fairly fast, easy project. So here's our pieces for this. So we're just going to make a very simple little box and add a few pieces of DSP, Stamp a Sentiment, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so this is 8x4" early espresso cardstock. So it was scored at 1/2 and 3.5 going across this way. So essentially a 1/2 inch on each side. And then on this side, it was scored at 5 and 5.5, okay? And then what I did was about 2.5 inches in here, I took a little pencil and just marked it. And then I just cut out that rectangle right there on both sides, okay? If you get the card class this week, I've already scored and cut those pieces out for you. So it's gonna come just like this. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and fold this and burnish it. Okay, super easy, right? We're just gonna cut these pieces right here. I'm just gonna do a straight cut, nothing fancy. These are gonna go in from the outside, just these two right here. Then that's it, we're just gonna fold it up, super simple, right? I like to do simple ones. So it's gonna fold like this. This is gonna go, we're gonna put glue on the inside here. And you can see it's gonna fold up like this first. And then we're gonna fold the other side. So let's do the glue on the inside pieces. And just fold it. So hopefully you can see these two little flaps just fold in like this. And I'm just gonna hold those for a minute so they're nice and square. And so the glue starts to hold for a second. Okay, and I wanna make sure it's squished all the way in. Okay, then this is the front, so I'm gonna put glue just here and here. Looks like my other piece didn't want to stick. Maybe I waited too long. Okay. All right, so let's just hold that, and you can see how simple and easy this is. And it's the perfect size for our little instant coffee. So I'm just holding that for a second. Let me use my bone folder to make sure that it's nice and attached. Okay, that's it. So then we have these pieces of DSP. We've got this swirl one again. And so I have 2 3/4 by 2.5. So that's gonna go right here. However we want to make the swirls go. I think this way is fine. I've got a piece of pumpkin pie, and the reason I did that is because it coordinates with this more than the Calypso Coral does, right? So I have this little piece of pumpkin pie, 2 3/4 by 2.5. That's gonna go right here. Then this little piece of a little latte DSP is going to be 2 5/8 by 2 1/8. All right, and that's gonna go right here. All right, so let's put all this stuff down. So if you guys, if you get the card kit this week, I'm also going to include a couple of the packets of the coffee so you can complete your project. Okay, this we're just gonna put down right on the front. Super quick and easy. Okay, we're gonna stamp on this one. And so what I've done with this is I took the stamp that we already used, the one that says thanks a bunch, and we're just gonna mask it off. So we're just gonna use the thanks. So let me clean that stamp and then we'll mask it off. Let that dry for a second so we can put our tape on it. Okay, so I just want the thanks. So I'm just going to use some Post-it tape right here. And then I'm going to ink that up and attempt to center it on this little bitty flag. All right, take this part off. And I'm going to pull it down a little. And I don't want it too far up because I want to slide it underneath the ribbon. So I think maybe about here. So we have thanks right there. Then we're going to take the other one that says this one's on me, and we're going to put it underneath. Okay. All right, let's take some ribbon. And this time I'm going to use the basic beige ribbon to tie around here. You know, let's put our little, let me get a couple coffees out and we'll put those in. I'm just going to put those on with dimensional so they stay in place. Come on, stick. Okay, ribbon. I think I cut my ribbon too long, but we want a little bit of a bigger bow because I think it's fun. Isn't this pretty ribbon? Okay, we're going to leave it big. We'll just trim it up a little. Okay, so let's put the rest of our pieces down. Now, we've got another cutout, and that I'm using the heart this time from the DSP, so we're just going to cut that out, and we'll pop it up. So that's going to go down right here. And then this one I actually cut a little bit shorter, so I'm just going to cut the top off a little bit and tuck it underneath the ribbon. There's no room for embellishments on this one as far as dots or anything. This is all we got room for right here. Slide that on there. And that's it. That one was super fast and easy, right? All right, you guys, we made it through our projects. I hope y'all liked them. If you'd like to get the kit this week, just place an order of $35 or more at my website by Saturday, and you'll receive the make and takes for this kit for free. Here's the host code for this week. It's CDDJJH7Z for orders under $150. If you don't want to order from me, you can always just buy the make and takes from me for $20. All right, let's bring back our projects and take another look-see. All right, thank you. So we have our little birthday card, which I think is, this one I think is my favorite. I just love the colors in that one. Then we've got our coffee press card, which also I think is cute. We've got this one right here. And then we have our cute little gift for somebody. I think anybody would like to get a little gift. And again, if you don't like this, I'm sure you could put some little hot chocolate packets and no one will know this isn't hot chocolate, right? So that's it, you guys. Couple of things too. If you want the project and measurement sheet, this will go out in tomorrow's email if you're on my email list. If not, just email me and I'll be happy to send it to you so you have the measurements. And I'm just looking which measurement. I'm just going to have to change this Calypso Coral measurement to 5.5 by 4.25. Then all the rest of the measurements are right. Here's the new paper pumpkin that started today called Painted Petals. So this will be the July paper pumpkin. I love the colors already, I can tell you. Look at this sentiment. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Isn't that nice? So sneak peek, July. August is called Time for Cake. September is called Autumn Abundance. And here's the add-on die kit for this quarter. So those are the add-on dies. I don't see the number right here. I should have wrote it down. I did order those this morning. So hopefully today was, now I think there was a typo in Stampin' Up! Because it said they were available to order July 11th, but actually June 11th is when those little dies were available to order, and I did order mine this morning. Just a reminder too, if you place an order of $35 or more, you will get the June Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial, where we did all these projects that were all spotlight technique projects. So that's really fun. Here's the little spotlight technique card that I did. So you'll get that free too. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Next week, I think I'm probably going to do the calendar card class, and then the week after that, we'll do the Mediterranean Blooms class. Oh, Renee, thank you. She says the number is 164991. That's the Paper Pumpkin add-on number. Excellent. All right, you guys, have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.